My name's Lachlan Gazelli, and you're listening to Leave It to the Experts. This is From The Wire, spoken versions of selected articles from 360 Info's special reports. Today, I'm reading How Social Media is Reshaping Human Connection by Giuseppe Riva from the Catholic University of Sacred Heart, Milan. How social media is reshaping human connection. A new hypothesis sheds light on how social media is reshaping human connection, potentially deepening social inequalities and mental health challenges. As digital platforms become ingrained in daily life, concerns about social media's impact on mental health and behaviour, particularly among young people, have intensified, sparking debates over the need for stricter regulations. In response, governments worldwide are considering policies to limit social media use. Australia, for instance, is introducing age restrictions on social media platforms. This initiative mirrors a broader global trend. In Europe, similar measures are under review. Italy and Ireland are considering smartphone bans for minors, while Belgium and the Netherlands have already prohibited phones in schools, citing negative impacts on learning and academic performance. Greece has implemented a partial ban, limiting smartphone use during school hours. North America is following suit. In the United States, 42 state attorney generals have called on Congress to mandate mental health warnings on social media platforms aimed at children. As debates continue over social media's benefits and risks, researchers are delving deeper into the neurobiological and physiological and psychological effects of online interactions. One challenge in assessing social media's impacts is its rapid evolution, which complicates efforts to conduct long-term studies that link digital use to specific cognitive or behavioural changes. While some experts argue that digital technologies are fundamentally rewiring children's brains and contributing to a mental health crisis, others contend that the evidence for such claims remains inconclusive. In response to this pressing need for greater insight into social media, researchers have proposed a novel disembodied disconnect hypothesis. Introduced in a recent paper by different European and American researchers coordinated by the Humane Technology Lab at the Catholic University of Sacred Heart, this framework examines how digital platforms reshape social behaviours without necessarily altering cognitive structures. The hypothesis posits that while digital platforms create new opportunities for interaction, they fundamentally differ from traditional, in-person social engagement. Researchers say this can have major psychological effects and social consequences. Historically, communities have been built through face-to-face interaction in shared physical spaces. These interactions engage what researchers term we-mode processes, including behavioural synchrony, coordinated movements and expressions, shared attention, joint focus on objects or events, interbrain coupling, synchronized neural activity across individuals, and emotional attunement, shared emotional states. These embodied neurobiological mechanisms are not merely byproducts of social interaction, but are fundamental to interpersonal bonding, the formation of collective identities, and the equitable distribution of social capital across diverse groups. For instance, studies have shown that behavioral synchrony in communal rituals can increase pro-social behavior and in-group cohesion, while interbrain coupling during face-to-face dialogue correlates with mutual understanding and empathy. By contrast, digital interactions eliminate many of the physical dynamics. While this grants individuals unprecedented freedom to choose their activities and social groups, it also reduces engagement with we-mode processes. Digital communities often bring together like-minded individuals, which can foster polarization and deepen social inequalities. This digital shift creates what the researchers term the disembodied disconnect, dividing those who effectively use digital platforms to expand their networks and resources from those who struggle. Individuals with strong social skills often thrive in digital environments, expanding their network and accessing diverse resources. In contrast, those grappling with loneliness or relationship difficulties may experience adverse effects such as rumination, unfavourable social comparisons, and weakened offline social ties. The study paints a complex picture of social media's impact. On one hand, digital platforms have opened new channels for social interaction and community building, reducing isolation for those who navigate them well. These platforms allow connections to flourish across geographic and temporal boundaries, providing critical support for niche or marginalised communities. They also serve as alternative social spaces during times of crisis, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the downsides are significant. Social media may worsen existing social inequalities and mental health challenges, particularly as it engages fewer of the we mode processes fundamental to social bonding in physical spaces. For users already grappling with loneliness, digital interactions can increase anxiety and strain offline relationships. The lack of non-verbal clues leads to misunderstandings, while this disinhibiting effect of online anonymity can fuel cyberbullying and the spread of misinformation. The impact of digital technologies on mental health is not universally positive or negative. A recent analysis of 23 years of study involving more than 30,000 children under 12 years old found that time spent watching television or playing computer games has measurable and long-term effects on children's brain function. While excessive screen use may contribute to mental health issues, some studies show technology can improve focus and learning, and video games may enhance children's cognitive skills. While the debate on the neurodevelopmental impact of digital technologies persists, the disembodied disconnect hypothesis offers a more nuanced perspective. Rather than fundamentally rewiring cognitive structures, it suggests that digital technologies are reshaping human sociality in ways that can exacerbate existing social inequalities and mental health issues, particularly for those already struggling with loneliness and social anxiety. As the digital landscape evolves, both challenges to youth well-being and opportunities for mitigating mental health risks emerge. By understanding this disembodied disconnect, policymakers, educators, and researchers can better harness the benefits of digital platforms while addressing their potential harms, particularly for vulnerable populations. While the debate over digital technology's neurodevelopmental impact continues, the disembodied disconnect hypothesis provides a valuable framework exploring the intricate relationship between social media and human experience, striking a balance between the digital engagement and traditional social interactions may offer a healthier approach to technology, particularly for the younger generation. As we navigate this transformed social landscape of the 21st century, it's clear that the key lies not in the wholesale rejection or uncritical embrace of digital technologies, but in thoughtful integration that preserves the essential elements of human connection.